Ms. Fagan, how do you see the India-UK partnership evolving through these years?
So the UK and India are already working closely together, including on research and innovation for a clean energy transition and to improve global resilience through the India-led International Solar Alliance and the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure and the Green Growth Equity Fund, which includes investment of £120 million by each country. We have joint research and innovation partnerships to develop the next generation of solar buildings and energy efficient solutions. India has a vital role to play as the world comes together in Glasgow to demonstrate renewed action under the Paris Agreement. Through the Commonwealth Litter Programme, the UK and India are also working to address plastic pollution from both land and sea-based sources. A Twin Cities marine litter initiative to address waste management at regional and city level is also being discussed. And earlier this year, the UK and Indian Prime Ministers adopted a really ambitious India-UK roadmap to 2030 to steer cooperation for the next 10 years. They emphasised that enhanced India-UK bilateral cooperation will not only reap mutual benefits for India and the UK, but also be a global force for good to revive lives and livelihoods, promote peace and prosperity around the world, and protect and preserve the planet for future generations. They agreed to step up UK-India collaboration on climate change and low carbon transition through new partnership on renewables and power, including offshore wind, energy efficiency and storage, and electric mobility, to explore joint work on green hydrogen.
Thank you for all the details, Ms. Fagan. So, what are UK government's plans to make this partnership further grow and enrich?
Yeah, absolutely. So in November 2021 this year, the UK will host the UN Climate Change Conference, COP26, which I know you will have all heard about, in Glasgow in partnership with Italy. So this will provide an opportunity for the world to come together and commit to urgent action. The UK is already setting a really strong example on climate action with legally binding target to cut emissions to net zero by 2050. And the COP26 summit in November is our best chance to set the world on the path towards a global warming limit of 1.5 degrees. India has a really vital role to play as the world comes together in Glasgow to demonstrate renewed action under the Paris Agreement, and is already taking really impressive action. For example, India's target of 450 gigawatt renewable energy by 2030 is really impressive. With most of the infrastructure that India will need by 2040 yet to be built, it really can lead the way in new clean technology and infrastructure. And the UK-India economic relationship is already really strong, with bilateral trade of over 18 billion in 2020, supporting nearly 500,000 jobs in each other's economies. The UK-India Roadmap 2030 intends to bring the economies and people closer together over the next decade and boost cooperation in areas that matter to both countries. This includes a shared ambition to double trade by 2030 and to start negotiations on a free trade agreement by the end of the year. So lots of exciting stuff happening in the UK-India bilateral relationship.
We're definitely looking forward for all these to happen as soon as possible. So, Ms. Fagan, I also understand that you are participating at REI 2021, which is Asia's most influential renewable energy expo. So what are your expectations out of it?
So we are really, really pleased to be country partner of Renewable Energy India Expo 2021 and to get an opportunity via our UK pavilion to highlight the excellent UK's strength in renewable energy technologies and at the same time network with like-minded companies. I really do applaud the organisers for taking a really bold step to open this space again to ensure that industry stakeholders can meet with each other and explore potential areas of collaboration. I'm personally really looking forward to joining the in-person event. So the UK PM outlined his 10-point plan for a green industrial revolution in December last year. And the key themes are linked directly with REI Expo, and they're offshore wind, hydrogen, electric vehicles, carbon capture and storage, and innovation and finance. So we need to, the UK and India, work to ensure we work on these themes with Indian stakeholders and implement the innovative technological solutions from the UK in partnership with you all on the ground here in India. We are really excited for the opportunity to meet with the who's who of India's renewable energy sector at REI Expo. And I would really encourage and like to invite all Indian businesses to engage with our trade advisors at the UK Pavilion to understand about our expertise and how we can support the journey. And I look forward to meeting you there in person.
We definitely look forward to welcome you over there, Ms. Fagan, and we look forward for the British Commission also to join us over there. So, what would you say that UK has to offer to Indian RE fraternity in terms of investment, technical partnerships, or skill development?
Absolutely. Well, there's a lot to list here, so I'm not going to go through them all, but just a few highlights that I wanted to talk about. So firstly, in terms of the investment pillar, the UK Export Finance has a £4 billion appetite to support renewable energy projects in India. The 18 years financing is available in Indian rupees and foreign currency and can be provided in the form of direct financing from UK Treasury or 100% UK sovereign guarantee. In relation to technical partnerships with the Government of India, we are working with the Ministry of Power on making the power sector smarter and sustainable through the Power Sector Reform Programme, which has, jointly with the Ministry of Power, now created the new Centre for Energy Regulation in Kanpur. Another emerging area, which I foresee both the UK and India collaborating on, is green hydrogen. Last month, the UK has launched their hydrogen strategy and accompanying policy documents, which lay the foundations for a hydrogen economy by 2030. It sets out how the government will support innovation and stimulate investment in low carbon hydrogen in the 2020s and deliver our ambition of a 5 gigawatt low carbon hydrogen production capacity by 2030 and position hydrogen for further scale up on the path to net zero. Now, the hydrogen strategy sets out almost £1 billion in UK government support for hydrogen and other low carbon technologies. And we know that hydrogen is going to play a key part in the Indian energy mix in the future and helping India to work towards net zero. International collaboration is absolutely vital to ensuring we effectively unlock the potential of hydrogen. Working together, we can go further, faster for global good. We will take an open, active approach to international hydrogen cooperation. The UK is also keen to share our own expertise and to learn from the experience and knowledge of others. By sharing the outcomes of cutting-edge research and demonstration projects, developing common technical and emissions codes and standards, and joining up policy and regulatory activity, we can expedite the creation of international hydrogen markets. So we are keen to work with our strategic partners, such as India, on hydrogen, and welcome opportunities to support multilateral activity and use bilateral initiatives to add value. So, for example, joint research and innovation projects, especially where we share common interests or hold complementary expertise, developing common regulatory approaches and policies as is appropriate, and facilitating long-distance trade and commercial partnerships in hydrogen.
Thanks, Ms. Fagan. Ms. Fagan, I would also like to know, in fact, our viewers would like to know, which all success story you would like to highlight between the Indian and the UK industry?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you are aware that big energy giants from the UK, such as BP, Shell, Rolls-Royce, are already present in India, and they have started their journey towards energy transition. And they are ready to walk the talk in terms of climate and their net zero commitment. But apart from these big companies, despite the lockdown in the last 18 months, we have seen UK supply chain companies with their innovative products and offerings have worked with Indian companies to forge partnerships and collaborate for innovative solutions. So I just want to share a couple of the success stories of where UK companies have worked with Indian stakeholders. So firstly, UK artificial intelligence and machine learning firm Vidrona has worked with Indian Discom BRPL to provide them O&M services through drone analytics in order to ensure each household in South Delhi should get uninterrupted power supply. Secondly, UK firm Green Fuels and RS Bioenergy signed an MOU to set up a joint venture under the name RS Green Fuels PVT Limited to set up a used cooking oil processing plant in Pune. The plant is currently coming up and should be operational really soon. Thirdly, PowerRoll UK, a flexible solar PV technology developer in the UK, and Thermax Group India signed an agreement to develop the market for solar film in India. The agreement will see the companies collaborate to assess the market potential for scale manufacturing and deployment of PowerRoll's unique solar film in India. The joint activity will include identifying applications for lightweight solar film and green energy solutions for the region. Another example, offshore renewable energy catapult has been in discussion with the National Institute for Wind Energy for some time to jointly work on developing the offshore wind industry in India. A UK research and innovation funded project will kick off soon between both organisations to undertake offshore wind studies in partnership. And then another example is UK renewable energy technical consultant Green Enco has set up a zero emissions EV solar charging carport station at the IISc Bangalore campus. This facility is part of the Indo-UK Clean Air Programme partnership. And lastly, if I've got time for one more, City EV, a UK-based EV charging infrastructure company, has recently commissioned pilot projects in India with a project in Bangalore as part of the Clean Air Programme and 2 other programmes in Chennai, one at the Deputy British High Commission and another at the National Institute for Wind Energy. City EV offers a unique street charging infrastructure solution that enables users to charge any EV vehicle using their platform.
Very impressive, Ms. Fagan. Thank you so much. So, Ms. Fagan, since we call RE Master Talks a candid interview sessions, so just being a little more candid. So, when you're not an economist, when you're not into investments and corporations, so what is Ms. Fagan doing into her leisure time? Does she find that leisure time? And if she does, what is she doing in her leisure time?
Absolutely, I do find leisure time. And one of so I've been living in Delhi for just over 2 years now, and one of my absolute joys that I get out of living in India is the ability to travel such an incredible country. So I have just this moment stepped off a plane from Hyderabad, where I've had some work meetings, but also had a chance to explore the beautiful city and try the delicious South Indian street food and the biryani, which is truly amazing and definitely lives up to the hype. But traveling around India is my absolute passion, and I hope in the next 2 years I'm in India to be able to tick off as many states as possible. I'm on 20 so far, so just a few more to go.
Great, thank you so much, Ms. Fagan. So, it was a pleasure to have you at RE Master Talks, and I personally, along with the whole team of REI, will look forward to meet you in person at REI, scheduled from 15th to 17th of September. Thank you so much.
Excellent, thank you so much.